Beautiful. Hi, everybody. My name is Mila, and I'm a product manager here at Bright Pattern, and I'm overjoyed to welcome you all to our webinar. And let me tell you, today's event is truly special for a couple of reasons. I'm joined today by my fellow product expert, David, who is going to help me present not one, but two exciting product releases that go hand in hand to deliver new AI-driven capabilities that bring real-time efficiency and long-term insight to every customer interaction. So before we dive into the details, let's take a quick look at today's agenda. We're going to kick things off by talking about Bright Pattern 532. This foundational release primarily focused on internal operational enhancements that enable what's coming next. But nevertheless, there are two important updates that we wanted to share with you, so stay tuned. Shortly after, we're going to move the spotlight onto the Intelligence Engine 1.1, which introduces a suite of tools that have already generated strong interest during our beta program. So we've prioritized delivering them as quickly as possible. And for the dessert, we have a quick tour around our new interaction analytics platform. So stay excited for that as well. And just a quick disclaimer here before we dive into our presentation. If you have any questions at any point, please feel free to use our chat directly or utilize the Q&A section that we've enabled for this webinar as well. All right, without further ado, let's take a look at Bright Pattern 532. And as I've mentioned already, this release acts as a crucial stepping stone for our new intelligence-driven features. And while much of the work in this release was done behind the scenes, we do have two key updates that are relevant to your day-to-day operations. So let's cover those next. Starting with a major enhancement for our self-hosting customers and partners. The Bright Pattern mobile app is now fully supported in on-prem and private cloud environments. With this release, we've addressed a long-standing limitation imposed by strict mobile push notification policies. Introducing our new centralized cloud-based certificate provider service, Bright Pattern guarantees reliable mobile functionality while ensuring compliance with iOS and Android requirements. Just a quick note here as well, please contact our support team to obtain the credentials for access to the certificate provider service. All right, and coming up next is a quick but important update for our macOS users. So the minimum macOS version supported for Bright Pattern client tools has been raised from macOS 10.15 Catalina to macOS 11.0 Big Sur. As Catalina reached end of life, this update ensures alignment with modern Apple software requirements. This change affects users of the Agent Desktop Helper application, as well as its corresponding Safari extension, and it also impacts Remote Assist clients and WebRTC usage in the Safari web browser. But not to worry, because the Catalina users can still operate any existing Remote Assist and Helper app installations and switch to Chrome or perhaps Firefox to continue using WebRTC. So it's not so critical. Alrighty, now that we've covered the foundational 532 release, we can move on to discussing what it enables, the Intelligence Engine 1.1. Built on the foundation laid by version 532, this release introduces a suite of AI-powered tools that improve workflows across the board, helping agents, supervisors, and quality managers work more efficiently with less manual effort. So there is a chance that some of you already got a first look at these features during our beta program, and let me tell you that the response was positive, which made it clear that we had to bring these capabilities into production as soon as possible. So let's start with real-time intelligence suggestions. It's no secret to anybody really that agents often struggle to locate the right information mid-conversation. especially under pressure. This leads to slower response times, longer holds, and a wider skill gap between new and experienced team members. And that's exactly where our real-time suggestions come into play. This feature brings real-time guidance to the agent desktop, helping agents work faster and smarter without interrupting the conversations. With real-time suggestions, there is no more digging through tabs or putting customers on hold, because all of the right answers are delivered proactively and just at the right moment. And as you can see on the screen right here, relevant suggestions are displayed the second our intelligence system recognizes the matching customer intent. Here, the customer complains about the poor internet performance, and the agent desktop responds by serving a list of steps that will help the agent handle this type of problem. Thanks to real-time suggestions, agents respond faster, make fewer mistakes, and deliver consistent, high-quality service, no matter their experience level. What's more, our intelligent suggestions can help unlock upsell and cross-sell opportunities, multiplying the business impact of every conversation. And lastly, because the guidance is skill sensitive, real-time suggestions can be easily configured such that the new agents get the help that they need, while seasoned ones stay efficient and focused. Now, let's take a quick look at how this works. As I mentioned before, intelligent real-time suggestions are surfaced based on live intent detection, and this process is driven by keyword matching or by engaging the AI engine directly, depending on the intent type. All you need to do really is configure the triggering intent. In our case, this was poor internet performance, and tune the corresponding suggestions, which can include knowledge base articles, predefined scripts, or next best action tips, like in our case. All of the usage data is collected across the interactions and can be used to further iterate, refine, and measure impact of each suggestion on the agent's performance. Pretty neat, right? Alrighty, our second real-time feature here would be the AI interaction summary. We all know that manually writing notes after each call is time-consuming, error-prone, and more often than not, inconsistent. It extends after call work and forces agents to take their focus away from what matters the most: real-time engagement. With real-time AI interaction summaries, that burden is gone, because this feature helps teams deliver faster, more attentive service without sacrificing accuracy or context. Real-time summary eliminates the need for agents to manually take notes, which dramatically reduces average handle times and frees them to focus entirely on the customer. With AI-generated structured summaries available immediately after the interactions, agents no longer spend time writing post-call notes. As you can see on the screen here, the summary is ready the moment the call ends. All that's left to do for the agent is copy and paste it into their notes or their CRM system, making any edits if needed as they go. Real-time summary empowers agents to be fully present during the interaction, with confidence that every key detail is being captured in the background, no clicks needed. And when it's time to follow up, structured summaries provide clear context from past interactions, helping agents quickly get up to speed. So, how do we configure this powerful tool? Our Intelligence Engine platform provides you with the ability to configure your own summary templates that best fit your operational needs. And since the templates can be assigned per service, it's easy to ensure that the focus always stays on what matters the most. Once you've built your summary template, an example of which you can see on the left on the screen, just sit back and let the AI do the rest in real time. Additionally, all generated summaries are stored in transcripts and can be easily accessed during interaction reviews, providing you with a quick overview of all interaction highlights. But we'll talk about it in detail a little bit later. I think now it's time for me to actually pass the mic to David, who is going to help me introduce the historical interaction analytics. I'm
Um,
going to stop share and go ahead.
okay, thank you, Mila. So as Mila talked about the real-time features, I'm going to go ahead and present the historical suite of features that we have to offer to you guys as well. The first feature that I want to cover is our discovery. And discovery utilizes our AI in order to find conversation topics in your interactions. So, for example, um, you can go more broad, for example, where like you might want to know everything talked about in a conversation, or you can go more specified with specific reasons. So you can prompt the AI to help you find reasons of like why your customers want to cancel, or why your customers are calling in to your support services. So the AI can do both of those kind of scenarios where it will really help you find those items that you may be looking for. So the benefits of discovery really are to reveal those hidden trends and emerging patterns. And with the data that you extract, the corresponding key interaction attributes can help you deep dive into insights for specific context. So you can understand why your customers may feel this way, and like certain trends that may be happening. You might wonder why those might be occurring as well, but you get insight into those items, not only just the negative things, but also the positive, where you can get on top of new trends that may be emerging. With this data, you can prepare high quality data for further for analysis using our dashboards. And I'll get to that in our little tour that we do later on. But these dashboards really help you understand how often these discoveries are occurring, and as well as the trend over time as well. To create a discovery, it's pretty straightforward. We allow you to prompt the AI with specific prompts and really test that to make sure that AI is delivering the results that you want. So accuracy really relies on this. So we help you test and fine tune those results. By asking specific questions, you can really help the analysis target specific issues that you may be facing. And then all this information can be visualized in its own custom dashboard that's relevant just to that information that you're looking for. So it won't get cluttered and bombarded with different items. You can focus on the task that you care about at that moment. The next item I want to cover is our intent categorization. Very similar to discovery, as it helps you track specific items during conversations. The main difference is that with discovery, um, the AI is helping you find things that you might not be aware of. So like I said before, with like why customers are doing something, right? So like it gives you the reason. Intents are more for items where you may already know what you're looking for. So for example, maybe you want to know every time a sale is made, or a service has been rescheduled, whatever it may be. Intents are perfect for those specific items. So the benefits of intents really are to track those topics you're interested across all your conversations. And this will help you ensure customer satisfaction and operational efficiency, because everything will be uh, I guess more optimized, but also like you will be aware of why things are happening, and you can keep your agents on track using these key items and tracking methods. You can also correlate the intents and categories across each other, so you can get to a closer causation if possible, understanding truly why things are happening, and really getting into the nitty gritty of like how you can better your agents or your company or whatever your services, whatever it may be. This helps you utilize all that. To create your intents, you can either use AI once again, or you can use a keyword phrase matching depending on your budget and your costs. We allow you to do both. And regardless of whichever intent you use, we do allow you to test with AI to really refine those intents to make sure that they are tracking exactly what you wanted to track. The intents can also be used on the dashboard to dive deeper into your interactions. So it'll filter the list of interaction records you have based on certain intents, and then you can use those intents to navigate specific areas of the transcript, really um, increasing the performance of your quality managers, and making them more efficient and saving them a lot of time as well. Um, the next feature is our auto scoring capabilities, where It just automates your customer surveys as well as your agent score performance evaluations. Um, it's pretty straightforward in what it does, but the benefits really help you automate those processes that you may need a manual evaluator at the moment to do. So with the AI, it will take a form and it will evaluate your agents based on how they did on the conversations, as well as take the seat of your customer and answer the questions that you may be interested, where the customer is not always will not always answer those questions for you. With this, you can also achieve 100% compliance monitoring by creating forms specific to compliance rules. You can measure whether or not your agents are being compliant whenever they need to be compliant. And this will help prioritize interactions for validation for your quality managers. And because it is through AI, it will be very impartial when it's evaluating your agents and your customers as well. To configure your auto scoring, you simply create a form like you would in a manual evaluation, giving weights to different areas with different scores in your questions. And we give you the possibility to pass process when a new form is created to really take advantage of it right away. So you can go through your old records and extract the data that you have already and get a baseline scoring for all your agents, maybe all your services, whatever it may be, to really get started with everything else. This data can also be monitored in our dashboards we have for our auto scoring as well. And this data will be available to show you like scores for your agents and your services broken up into each area as well, which I'll show you in the tour as well. And then with this tool, you can also pinpoint specific agents that may need more help. You can see who is struggling and who is thriving. You can look at the calls where calls are going well and then use that as coaching opportunities for the agents that may struggle in those same areas. Yeah. And lastly, we also have a summary for your post interaction, as well as the real time that you saw with Mila. It operates very similarly. The main difference is that with the real time, you would have the agent has the capability to copy and paste and edit the summary to however they recall the conversation to go. And certain items may be hidden from them as well. Maybe it's an evaluation or whatever it may be. All that information will be shown to the quality managers on this post-interaction summary, and it is not editable at all. So they get whatever the AI generates on the first generation. The benefits of this summary is that it is a targeted based summary. So we have specific sections where you can really prompt the AI to give you the information that you care about, not just giving you generic information that you may or may not care about in that instance, or it becomes useless where you have to still look at the transcript for the information you want to find. The benefits really are to accelerate reviews. So your quality managers can use this standardized format to really know what to look for in the summaries, but also it prevents them from having to look through the transcripts or listen to the recordings, making their job much more fast and efficient. Because they are gaining immediate context to the interactions, this will help scale consistency in their evaluations because they can then open a transcript, see the summary, move on to the next one when it's not the same, when it's not the information they are curious about. To create the summaries, you simply create a template with multiple sections. You can format the sections into different formatting types, for example, like lists, paragraphs, short sentences, whatever it may be, really making the summary quick and efficient as well. And these summaries will be generated on demand. So as the quality managers are going through the interactions, they can get a summary generated at that moment when they need it. And before we go into the Q&A, I'll go into a short tour of our system, of our AI suite. So if I go into our platform, the first thing I want to go over is our summary generation. So when you create a summary, it is pretty straightforward. You create different headers with different prompts that you give to the AI, and these prompts will be given a summary format type, right? So you can give it sentences, paragraphs, bulleted lists, whatever it may be. You can also have options to hide these from the agents. And then what it would look like for the agent is what you saw on Mila's demonstration, where you can see here, whenever the intent is detected, we'll provide a suggestion to the agent here, like that. On the historical end, what would happen is if you go into your search, you can really go into any conversation. And then when you open it up, you'll see the summary generated for this conversation on top of the transcript, as well as the different tags and intents detected. These tags and intents can also be used for navigation tools. For example, if I select it, it'll take me to the section where that occurred. But these are all summarization tools to really help your quality managers navigate the transcript, but also know whether or not they need to spend time on this specific call. Moving forward, we can take a look at the real-time suggestions as well. When you create a suggestion, we allow you to use rich text formatting to configure a text-based suggestion with also links available to be appended to it. These suggestions are then linked to different triggering intents. Whenever these intents are detected in conversations, these suggestions will be displayed. Oh, sorry, I confused the two, but like suggestions like this, the other one was a summarization like this, where the summary will be displayed at the end of the call. But yeah, back to this, these suggestions will be displayed to the agent, and those will be available in the transcript as well. Moving forward to the more historical items, we can take a look at discovery analytics, for example. This is the results of a discovery I ran for wondering why my customers were calling in. So I called the purpose of contact, I prompted the AI and did some testing, and these are the results I got from a month's worth of data. You can see the tags that were discovered, quote and estimate being the most highly occurring tag. And then the tag cloud itself, you can investigate into it, see all the instances where the AI matched this tag to a specific call. And then you can dive deeper into those calls to really navigate even further to see like where did the quote estimate happen, and then you can see where that occurred as well. And lastly, you can track this over time. This can be used for negative reasons and positive reasons as well. So say like bad calls were like customers were canceling a lot and you saw the reasons why. Maybe you fixed it and you want to see that those numbers go down, or if a new product was released and you want customers to call in about specifically wanting to purchase that, you can see that trend as well. Similarly, if we go to categorization, you can see some of the same data where you can see the intents that we are intentionally trying to track. So you can see all these intents, different cards, for example, like I want to see every time an appointment was booked or canceled. This will help me keep track of that much more easily. And you can track it over time. And we can also do some correlation mapping where you can compare two different categories here. We're comparing reasons why customers called, but also how they felt in those calls as well. And then you can have further visualization using our category tree map, where you can see the trending items in a more visualized way. And all these charts are very investigatable, so you can always select one and go further into the interactions itself, and then find all the information you're looking for there. And lastly, with the auto scoring, we have some cool capabilities here. So we have these charts where you can track the daily scores and the breakdown of how those calls are, I guess, like occurring. But the cooler part of this is that when you go into any of these charts, you can see the breakdown of the scoring for your agents, but also your services. So we will break it down to everything that the form is assigned to. So anytime a call is taken, the agent or service assigned will be scored based on the areas of the form, as well as an overall score for each of those as well. Further investigating deeper into it, you can navigate the calls once again. You can take a look at the call and open up to the forms. And here you can see where they succeeded and failed, really coming to the conclusion of what the score may be. So this is a pretty good call where they only missed one item and they received 98. But if you look at a call that maybe didn't go so well, you can see like all the items that they missed. And then these are opportunities for training, or if you're trying to track compliance, you can see the items where they succeeded and they failed. But yeah, this is all I want to show you today. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask away if needed.